Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and today I am mid-crash out when I go to record this video, alright? I was mid-crash out, I was about to leave my house, and I was like, you know what? I told myself I'm recording 2 videos today under any circumstance, so here I am. And this is a part of Jib's IronMan tournament. Make sure to check him out, and make sure to check out YGO out, very good player from Brazil. 41 versus 40. We have Cookie, Yummy, Engage, Purge, Prada Prosperity, Imperm. They have Cookie, Valor, Lollipop, Purge, and Fua. Fua going second, good card. They're going to go ahead main phase, activate, engage, grab out Hornet Drones. That's fine. They're saving Purge for Cupsy, Yummy Way, Hornet Drones, summon out Token. And if they don't have the extra like little body in hand, then Valor also stops it. Go into Kagari. Kagari effect to add back. Chain Fua. Like, okay, sure, chain Fua, sure. I agree with not dropping Fua on Hornet, because then they just normal summon out a Yummy, they make Snatchy, and guess what, they drew 1. Your Fua was okay, it was okay, but if you wait, then now they have to make Cupsy Synchro, and they have to make Link 1, so you get to draw 2, so now they're going to go Hornet, summon Token, special out Cookie from hand, and now go ahead make the Cupsy Yummy Way effect. They draw on the Cupsy there. They're going to go ahead, purge the Cupsy Yummy Way, and then they go ahead and let that go through, because we would just tag out in the one body and turn that into Link anyways. So make Snatchy, they draw Engage, Snatchy effect to place Mingyong, activate Pot of Prosperity, banish top 6, look at the top 6, I'll look at the banishes in a second. That's also crazy. Top 3 cards, 3 Marshmallow, you're so mad. Maybe grab Thrust if we have a crazy target for it, but it's probably just grab Eclipse. Yeah, I was going to say, unless if we had Black Goat. If we had Black Goat, then Black Goat would be crazy, because you just call Snatchy, and like obviously that's like bonkers. We see Mega Fleet in their extra deck taking notes. You know, if you play against them in the IronMan tournament, they do play Mega Fleet. If you are playing the Crystron deck, play around that card. So now we're gonna go ahead and we will Mingyong summon back out from the grave. Hornet, Kagari, that. Okay, yeah, we already played in the nib. Go ahead, set, and pass. They draw on the Cookie Yummy, go main phase, activate, engage, grab out Hornet. And it's not like this deck typically plays nib anyways. Like some Yummy players do play nib, but normally they don't. Engage in the Hornet summon Token, but that's also why nib is extra strong in Yummy, because that's one deck that you're like, oh, this deck probably doesn't play it, I can probably play into it, and then BAM! So no, this is pretty cool. Hornet, summon out Token, go Kagari, and then can't Kagari because we use Purge. That's fine, and now from here, special summon out Cookie from hand, and then no Cookie effect on summon. Now we're going to Snatchy, pay 100 to go ahead and synchro off using Cookie plus Snatchy and the Cookie Yummy Way, book the Cookie, and now they need to extend again, special Lollipop from hand, and then not using the effect, they said summon's fine. Okay, I decides to not try to book of Eclipse that. Also book our Cookie, get punished crazy by an extender. Go into the Cupsy Yummy Way. We're going to go ahead and purge that. And we don't have a Trap Engrave, so it's not like it's going to destroy it. And if they tag out, it's only tagging out in the one body. So they're just going to go ahead, let that go, and then turn that into Snatchy effect. And then chain Cookie to go ahead, tag out, chain Imperm on the Snatchy. And now we can special summon back out from the graveyard, Snatchy plus Cookie. And then on res Cookie effect to pop, which I'm not gonna lie, it does feel like maybe we should have specialed out Cupsy, cause like I don't know, I guess it's weird though. If you special Cupsy, you get hit with a crazy Eclipse. And I feel like no matter what, it's like just not combo there. Yeah, it's like this doesn't feel good though. I feel like we maybe should have still played it different and special Cupsy. I think we just have to, right? Because if you go into this, you just get popped, and like. And now the game's guaranteed over. Like, you don't even get the draw during end phase. They're going to normal summon out Cupsy and then Snatchy, pay 100. And that's going to go ahead, bring out the Lollipop. Like, I don't know. I don't know if there even was a way. Like because, like, I'm saying, like, we special Cupsy, but then we get hit with the Clips, but then they don't have anything to tag out with. And then they have one back row sub, and then we have normal Cookie, but we already used Snatchy effect. But we didn't, because we didn't go into it at that point. But then that Snatchy gets hit with Imperm. But then end phase, everything gets flipped. We draw a bunch of cards, and we still have Snatchy on board. Like, maybe that's just how we, like, had to try to play it. So they're going to go ahead, grab out Surprise, and then they're going to get Field Spell effect, Chain Link 1, and not using Lollipop effect. Okay, because they, how many yummies do they have in grave? Yeah, I was gonna say it's not 4, it's only 3. They don't want to use the tag, like make the tag out effect, only be able to tag out in the 1. So they're gonna tag out into the Cupsy Synchro plus Snatchy, surprise someone back out there Cupsy Synchro, and now turn the Cupsy into a, wait, oh, this got popped by Field Spell. That's right. I was about to say, wait, but now they get to turn this into Snatchy, but that's not true. They do not. I was about to say it's actually not like horrible for them, but still not good. Draw Fua, flip Book of Eclipse that way. You know, the opponent's Synchro is basically useless. If they chain it, tag out, sure. They get a Snatchy that doesn't do anything. So they're just going to go ahead Eclipse. They don't chain it. Maybe because Thrust. Also, I guess doesn't really do a whole lot in the first place. Now we flip our Cupsy, make Snatchy. And then we're going to go Ming Yang effect. Go ahead, put back the Cookie, Ming Yang, and Cupsy, okay? And then make the Cupsy Synchro 1, Field Spell 2, pop their Synchro, they admit defeat. Moving on to game 2 now, we will go ahead and see Kara decide to go first. And we have Engage, Akuri, Thrust, Book of Eclipse, Purge. They have Obedience School, Ash, Valor, Bell, and Obedience School. So they will now go main phase. Activate Obedience School, special summon out 3 from the deck. Bring out Cupsy, Cookie, and Marshmallow. And now we will turn Cupsy into Snatchy. Snatchy effect. Dude, I'm still like mid crash out. I swear. It's like, whoo. I will say that though. Going over DV replays, man, is so calming. They're gonna go ahead, place from deck. Well, it's not calming. Sometimes it's calming. Go ahead, go in the Cupsy a lot of the time. Sometimes people be playing crazy though. Like crazy bad, and it hurts. Cupsy, grab out Cupsy, Lollipop, but we've all been there. I've played crazy bad myself many times. Turn Cupsy in the Snatchy. Special Cupsy from hand. Cupsy effect to go search. They said okay. Grab out Surprise. Okay, not deciding to use Purge on that, also because like our Engage becomes a lot weirder then. So they're going to go ahead pass. Do we know anything in your hand besides the set Surprise, of course? Lollipo, draw Droplet, okay. Activate Engage, grab out Hornet. Yeah, still not looking very good here though. Then activate Hornet, they chain the Synchro effect to tag out. They summon out the token, they summon out the Snatchy plus Cookie. New chain link Cookie effect to pop the token, and then they let that resolve. And now we're gonna go on res with priority. Activate Book of Eclipse to set monsters. Activate Thrust. They ash it. We have no more engines, so we just submit defeat. On to the next game. We will go ahead and see Reich Junio decide to go first. We have Metaltronus, Obedience School, Judgment, Thrust, Lollipo. They have Ash, Cookie, Bell, Droplet, and Nib. So okay. For a second, I thought this player won that last game, like Reich Waiju, and they sent them first. I was like, there's no way. Not with Judgment in hand. But yeah, no, they lost that game, so that makes sense. They drew Judgment. They also drew Metaltronus, which is good, and they drew Thrust, which is good. Activate Obedience School, and they drew the extender through the Obedience School, like the starter through it. They ash it. Now we get to make Snatchy to go ahead place the Ming Yang effect a special back. Do they bell that? And they do. Okay. Now we're gonna go Thrust to set Black Goat, and then set Judgment, Metaltronus pass. And this honestly isn't that bad because Metaltronus summons a body from deck, which makes Snatchy live because we don't have to banish face down. They draw Lollipo, and then go main phase. So this still works. Otherwise, I would say maybe just set like a what's it called from deck, like an engine card. If we didn't have those capabilities with Metaltronus, normal out Lollipo effect. Targeting the opponent's Lollipo, chain Metaltronus. They probably don't even have another Lollipo in deck, to be honest, to Metaltronus banish face down. I think they both drew the 1 of. Most people have cut it down the 1. But they Metaltronus it, now the opponent has to think, if we droplet this to dodge the Metaltronus, it doesn't matter, because they get Ming Yang to summon back, so we have to let this go through. Yep, have to let it go through. They bring out Cupsy from deck to negate the Lollipo. On res, Snatchy pay 100 to go ahead and Synchro. They said okay, bring out Cookie, and now they're going to go Cookie effective Book of Moon, and then in response, we go ahead, chain Droplet, send Nib, and then they Judgment that, and now we lose, but we played it to the best of our capabilities there, and they go ahead and admit defeat. GG's. Okay, on to the next match now. Okay, same account next. We will go ahead, and we will see Reich Junio decide to go first, 41 versus 40. We have Cupsy, Lollipo, Imperm, Hornet, Fua. They have Imperm, Ming Yang, Purge, Cupsy, and Droplet. So now go main phase, and then activate Hornet, special summon out token. Okay, now turn that into Kagari. Kagari effect, add back Hornet. and then activate Hornet, special summon out token. They said, is this good? We're going to special out Lollipop now, and then make the Cupsy Yummy Way, Cupsy Effect to search, chain Dominus Purge. I mean, sure. Oh, they chain Cupsy? Okay. Okay, I guess. Trying to shuffle that back. I was gonna say, I guess it's like, okay. Like, if we get hit with, like Bell or something, we still just normal summon, play through it. I think I'm just fine with Bell only trading with one body there, because they might actually Bell that to try to keep you off of having any bodies to work with. So I like that. I like that. See, sometimes it doesn't make sense to tag out. Sometimes it does. You know, it's not. The game isn't just as simple as black and white. You know, sometimes you gotta be able to think. You gotta be able to think. You can't just think what you're thinking. You gotta think what they're thinking in response to what you're thinking. It's a whole thinking line. It's a whole train of thinking, and you can't be the caboose at the end of it. You gotta be the engine of it. You gotta be what's making the think go boom. You know, they're gonna go ahead, grab out surprise, and then go in the Lollipop. Lollipop, summon back out Lollipop plus Cupsy from the graveyard. And now we're going to Lollipop plus Lollipop in the Metal Marcher effect, special summon back out Lollipop from the graveyard. Now we can go ahead and make the Herald of the Arclight, and then make Snatchy with the Lollipop, set Imperm surprise, and then try to pass, they draw Imperm, and then maybe deciding if they want to reveal what deck they're on. They're going to Imperm Herald, and then... I mean, they're not going to reveal what deck they're on, right? Imperm Snatchy. Okay, it looks like it. Well, I guess they already did, right? No, you already committed. They revealed Purge. Yeah, they revealed Purge and it got shuffled back. So they already know, basically, just off Purge what it should be. Surprise, summon back out Lollipop from the grave. And now, thinking a second in draw phase. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just realized how unfortunate their hand is in this spot, too. Normal Cupsy effect, they chain Lollipop. And then they chain Imperm. Wow. And, like, that sucks. Because, like, we had Mingyang in hand, and we can't droplet this card away. Because otherwise, we don't have the extender that we need off of the Snatchy to have another body. So drawing this card was horrible, and it's completely holding us back here from even having a chance, in my opinion. Summon out Snatchy, summon out Cupsy, and then new chain link. They're going to go Cupsy effect, draw on the Imperm. And then on resolution, Snatchy pay 100, and then yep, they have to admit defeat because the droplet doesn't work there. If they had a different card in hand, then they could definitely still stay in that game. But on the game 2 now, we have Fua, Engage, Metaltronus, Imperm, Mingyang. They have Pop Field Spell, Marshmallow, Judgment, Veiler, Book of Eclipse. It seems like Book of Eclipse is becoming extremely popular. Same with Metaltronus. Both these cards are becoming extremely popular. I think Metaltronus is like... I think this card was already popular at one point at the beginning of the format. People stopped playing it. Now we're back on it. Metaltronus is like... it's just such a good card. It's such a good card. I love this card. So Marshmallow effect summon itself out. That's fine because we know we're not playing against K9 deck. Fua on summon. And now normal summon out Veiler. And then use those to make the Cupsy Yummy Way. I guess it plays around like Imperm on Snatchy. Because otherwise if we normal Veiler, it's 2 tuners for this. So they can't make this then. So they draw Cupsy. Then activate Cupsy Synchro effect. Go ahead, grab out the Cupsy Yummy and the Cookie Yummy. And then discard the Cookie Yummy. Anything on res? No. Special summon out Cupsy before we make Snatchy. Interesting choice. Activate Cupsy effect. They Imperm it. And then in response, chain the Cupsy effect to tag out and summon back out from the graveyard. Yeah, and then they were thinking about chaining Eclipse, but they don't. Yeah, I want to chain Eclipse either. I wouldn't have even, like, put that thumbs up button. Because they said think, which I think is fine. You should have just... What they should have done is they went Cupsy 1, Imperm 2, and then you say think, and now you think if you're going to tag out, and at the same time while thinking about that, you think if you Eclipse, because otherwise, now you're starting to, like, somewhat reveal information potentially. Like, what stops Imperm on Cupsy in that situation is Chainlink 4. Book. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Book of Eclipse. I'm not thinking Cross Out. Otherwise, like that's not real. People just aren't playing Cross Out right now. I would say like they'd cross out this, but this shouldn't be in their deck, even if they were playing cross out. So they're gonna Marshmallow to place Mingyang, turn Cookie into the Snatchy. They draw Droplet, set Eclipse, set Droplet, pass. They draw on the Talons. Okay, so activate Engage, grab out Hornet, top deck Talons too. Activate Hornet to go ahead summon out Token. Set Think on Engage Resolution. They're gonna go Snatchy to pay 100, and then chain Hornet. That was also crazy, because, like, on res of Engage, we have player priority to activate Hornet. But we're gonna go, so it was Chainlink 1 Snatchy, Chainlink 2 Hornet, Chainlink 3 Droplet, sending just a spell 1. They go Chainlink 4 Judgment. We summon token, they get the Synchro and the Cupsy effect to go ahead search Chainlink 1, Metaltronus targeting Cupsy, Chainlink 2, and they cannot respond with its effects because of Metaltronus. So now they're thinking, because this is going to produce an extender, this will not be banishing face down. That's like one thing I love about the Metaltronus and the Mirror, is it feels like a lot of the time it's just an extender. And the extender in this deck feels a lot better than it was in other decks per se. Like the Fiendsmith Raziel deck, it wasn't bad, but Metaltronus feels like crazier in this deck because you summon one body that's combo. I mean, you could summon like Lacrima and stuff back in the day too, but like Lacrima combo doesn't feel nearly as good as like Cupsy combo, you know what I mean? So no Snatchy effect, activate Mingyong. Mingyong summon back out Cupsy effect goes search, grab out the Yummy Surprise, and then now we're going to make Cupsy Yummy Way, and then we're going to go Cupsy Yummy Way effect to go ahead, search, discard, grab out the Marshmallow and the Lollipo, and then discard Marshmallow, bye-bye, and then make Snatchy with the Cupsy, activate Snatchy effect to place the Pop Field spell. That's fine. We can get back to Marshmallow and the Mingyong if we're still trying to go for game like that. Go in the Cookie with Snatchy plus the token. We still have talents to look at hand too, and we just never did that. I guess we were just holding it in case we needed to like steal in case we got crazy interrupted. But we'd have to get crazy interrupted because we still have so much. We haven't even normaled. We only Metaltronus in the combo with engage. So now trying to pop back row, Cookie trying to book. So book both. Wait, not both. Only this? I guess this is negated permanently. There's no point of booking this. I guess there's no point of booking this either, really. But it just, well, it's a chain block this. Okay. Activate talents, look at hand. Go ahead, rip it. At this point, they're like, okay, even if your last card's real and you chain it and you get it out of hand, it doesn't matter. We have so much. It's game. We will end the game. We have Marshmallow to be able to go ahead and get access. Wait. But, like, that gets access back to that. And then, oh, yeah, that works. Okay, I'm tripping. Yeah, I was tripping crazy there for a second. I was like, wait, but how can we get Marshmallow back in the Mingyong and still win? Easily. It'd be harder to not win here than it would be to win. But okay, that is going to be it for the match. And that's it. Boom. I'm leaving now. I hope y'all enjoyed the content. More Iron Man's coming. All of its post, dude. Preparing for the next YCSs. Yes, we are. Fully locked in. Alright, bet. Bye.